Hi everybody, James here. I'm going to go over a few of your final units 10, 11, and 12, but I'm going to focus just on 10 right now. Okay, cut up the videos a little bit here. So what we're going to talk about for unit 10 is we're going to talk about something called speculating. Okay, speculating means to guess or predict something. Okay, usually when we speculate or predict about some things or guess, we use these things called modals of possibility. Okay, like may, might, could, can't, and must. Okay, and I'll talk about these here in just a second. So what we're trying to do here is we're going to try to be able to talk about natural events, name the extreme natural events, and we want to use these modals of possibilities here when we're doing that, when we're speculating about those. Okay, so let's take a look at these. Think about your country. Whether it's South Korea or China or, I don't know, Russia, Uzbekistan, who knows. But think about these. What kind of extreme natural events are there in your country? Well, when we're talking about extreme natural events, we're talking about like weather, okay, like earthquakes or tsunamis or volcanic eruptions. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about extreme natural events. So consider my country in the United States. There are lots of stuff. There are earthquakes, there are hurricanes, there are tornadoes, floods, all sorts of things that we encounter in the United States. As far as South Korea, well, what do you think? Okay, what do you think is very common, or what happens here in South Korea? Have you ever experienced an earthquake? Okay, what was it like? Yeah, I have. In Pohang, there was an earthquake a couple of years ago, and it was a good sized earthquake. And of course, the room shook, and we were kind of frightened for a little while. So, what about you? What have you experienced? Any other kinds? What other extreme natural events have you experienced? Have you experienced a flood, a volcanic eruption? So, think about those questions and try to answer them for yourself. Okay, otherwise, we're thinking about natural events. So, open up your book to page 64. Okay, on page 64, we're talking about extreme natural events. Okay, so let's fill in the blank here. Okay, here we've got our box, we've got our natural events. Number one is already done for us. That is a tsunami. So perhaps you know a tsunami that happened several years ago in Japan, in Fukushima, that caused a serious, there was an earthquake that caused a serious tsunami. Here, not too common here, but in the United States and other countries, Middle Eastern countries, you might have dust storms. Okay, a dust storm. Hawaii, and other countries in Indonesia and maybe South America along the Pacific Ring of Fire, there might be volcanic eruptions. Lots of wind happening here. Okay, this is probably United States, or at least they use the word from the United States. Hurricane. Here we'd call them typhoons. In the southern hemisphere, cyclones. Okay, so that would be a hurricane for number 4. Number 5 looks like a building has crashed down, probably due to an earthquake. Okay, earthquake. Number 6, in mountainous areas where there's lots of snowfall, lots of snow still in the mountains, the snow falls down. It's called an avalanche. Okay, an avalanche. Number 6, water rises, probably due to too much rain, so we call that a flood. Okay, a flood. And last one here, very common in the United States during this season, in the spring and the early summer, tornadoes. Okay, tornadoes are very common in the United States. Okay, so that is your vocabulary for Unit 10. We'll talk about your grammar point now. Okay, so here is your full list of vocabulary words. Again, don't neglect or don't forget about page 138, okay, in your textbook. That goes over the vocabulary words really well. Okay, so let's talk about these modals of possibility now. Okay, we're going to talk about modals. Again, we're making predictions, we're speculating about things, so that's what we're going to try to do here. So when we're speculating and talking about predictions, we want to use something called modal verbs to speculate the past and the present. Okay, present and the past. Must is specifically used for strong conviction or 100%, okay, to express a strong conviction that something is or was true. He drives a Ferrari. He must be rich. Okay, if you see somebody driving a Ferrari, oh, that's probably 100% for sure that they have a lot of money, so they must be rich. May, might, could, may not, might not. Okay, these are kind of opposites. Okay, and they both express a possibility. Here's something, a possibility that is true. Here's a possibility that is not true or isn't true. Okay, so why don't you ask him? He might know the answer. So there's a possibility, 50-50 possibility that he knows the answer. Might not, negative. It might not be the right number, so it couldn't be true. Okay, might not be true. Okay, last one, can't. We use can't to express a strong conviction that something isn't or wasn't true. So can't and must, they're the opposites. Okay, this is 100% true. This is 100% not true. Strong conviction. You ate 5 minutes ago. You can't be hungry now. There's no way. Okay, 100% no way that you are hungry. You just ate. Okay, so those are probably the most common modals that we use when we're expressing speculation. Okay, so what do we need to be able to do? We need to be able to transform sentences. We need to be able to use modals in order to make sentences a little bit easier. So if you say, for example, I am sure they are rich, we want to transform these sentences and use a must. We use a modal. Okay, so here's how it's simple. Okay, we just simply take the last part of the sentence, which is basically a clause. Okay, it's a clause. So we're going to totally eliminate the first part here because I am sure, that's must. Okay, must, that's 100%. So we can just simply take the second subject, put that at the beginning, change the are verb to be, to a base verb, and use the modal with it. So it's going to look something like this. They must be rich. So take the second subject, put it as the new subject, must plus the V verb, change the V verb to base, and then use the same adjective here. They must be rich. That's what we're going to do here too. It is not possible that you are hungry. Okay, so here we go. We've got the second part of the sentence here. This is part of the clause. And we're just going to make this the subject of a new sentence. We're going to put the modal in there. We're going to change the are verb to be, and we're going to use the adjective. So, you can't be hungry. You can't be hungry. It is possible that he is sleeping. Okay, now it should be easier now. Just get rid of all that. Get rid of all of it. Use the second part of the clause. Okay, he is going to be our subject. We've got our modal. We're going to change our be verb, okay, to the base, and we're going to use the object here. He might be sleeping. Okay, he might be sleeping. Here's where you have to be careful. You don't have a be verb now. Okay, you have. So it's going to be the same thing. Get rid of this. It is possible that, bye-bye, get rid of it. They is going to be our subject. Okay, here we have a negative, so we're going to put this negative on the end of the modal. So they may not have seen you. They may not have seen you. So that's a simple process of changing or transforming one sentence to another sentence using a modal. Okay, so why is this good? Why do we want to do that? Well, it's good for speculating. Okay, so when we're using these modals, okay, we use them basically in three ways. Okay, we speculate in order of whether we're talking about the present, whether we're talking about the past, or what's going on right now. So we really got three formulas that we use. First formula is a modal plus a verb, okay, to speculate about unlimited present time. Okay, just right now in general. He is very chubby. He must eat a lot of sweets. Chubby just means overweight or a little bit fat. Must eat, there's our modal plus verb. Okay. We also have modal plus be plus verb ing to speculate about something happening right now, chica, at the moment. Why is he in the kitchen? Well, he's in the kitchen right now. Why? Well, he might be cooking. Okay, here's our modal plus be plus our verb ing. So right now, he might be cooking in the kitchen. Okay, and our last formula here, modal plus be plus a third column, which is usually a noun. Okay, a noun. To speculate about a possibility. Okay, possibility. The room is shaking. Okay, the room is shaking. What's happening? It must be an earthquake. Here we've got our modal. Here we have our be. And here we have our noun, our third column. Okay, our third column. So that's it. We can often speculate about what's happening. And we can usually choose what to speculate on, or we have situations, and you're going to have to sort of speculate on what is the deal. Okay, and there's usually not just one answer. There can be a number of different answers. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let you guys speculate on these situations in your own time. Okay. So that being said, that's our PPT for our grammar point. Okay, our modals of possibility. So open your book, okay, to page 66. Now here's what we'll probably see on our exam, something like this. You'll be given some situations here, okay, situations, and you will have to speculate. You have to speculate. So for example, the wind is getting stronger. Oh, the wind is getting stronger. What could cause that? Well, there's a lot of things that can cause that, but I would say that a hurricane is usually causing the wind. Okay, the river. Oh, it's water. We're talking about the river. It's getting higher and higher. Okay, what causes that? Well, it must be a flood. There must be a flood today. Okay, our modal plus our be plus our noun. Okay, so the river is very high. There may be a flood today. The room is shaking. Okay, this is what we just talked about. Okay, modal plus be plus noun, third column. Okay, this is our earthquake. Okay, the room is shaking. It's our earthquake. Last one, number 4. Do you want to go skiing? Skiing, mountain area, snow, avalanche. Okay, do you want to go skiing? No, there could be an avalanche. Okay, exercise 2. Okay, complete the conversations with must be, might be, can't be. Here's 100%. Okay, 100%, yes, true. 50%, okay, there's just a possibility. And then 100%, not true. Okay, so let's plug them in here. Number 1 is already done. It says, what's that noise? It sounds like an avalanche. It can't be an avalanche. 100% no way. There aren't any mountains nearby. Okay, well that's a good reason why there's not an avalanche. There are no mountains. Okay, number 2. Did you feel that? What was it? I'm not sure. Oh, this is uncertainty. Okay, there's just a possibility. So there's only one answer there. I'm not sure. It's got to be might be. Okay, it might be an earthquake. Might be. It might be an earthquake. They're common in this country. Okay, but again, there's your hint. Here's another hint. I don't know. I don't know where they are. They blah 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 shopping. Okay, 100% no. 50% yes. So they might be shopping. Okay, but what about the answer though? The answer is kind of 100% for sure, but negative or positive. They blah 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 shopping. Their wallets are here. Oh, you need money to go shopping, so there's no way. Okay, there's no way that they're shopping. So they can't be. They can't be shopping. How can they be shopping? They don't have any money. Okay, so they can't be shopping. Okay, last one. Do you think he is our new teacher? Blah, 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 our new teacher. Our new teacher is a woman. Oh, our new teacher is a woman. This guy is a man. So 100% no way. Okay, so there's 100% negative here. He can't be our new teacher. It can't be. Our new teacher is a woman. So again, these uses of these modals here, they give us a probability of how we can sort of speculate or guess or predict what's going on. Okay. All right, so that's it. That's it for your modals of possibility, your modals of speculation. Okay, and that's going to be it for our Unit 10. So make sure you go over the vocabulary and go over the grammar point for Unit 10. Okie dokie. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.